Welcome back, trainers. So it finally happened. As you can tell by the title, sorry, spoiler alert, obviously, I finally found myself a shiny Giratina here. And it took me 142 raids to do so. So, taking a look at the Pokédex, as you can see, I've seen 202. So that's going to beg the question, well, how many did you do before? Well, minus 142 from 202, that's going to be 60. Yes, I only did 60 of the previous Giratina Altered and Origin form raids. So about 30 apiece, probably more of the Origin form, seeing that it's more useful. The reason why I didn't do more in the past is because I was extremely busy around that time, as well as the Altered form wasn't too big of an incentive at the time, seeing that there was no shiny. Yes, it was absolutely fantastic in the Ultra and Master League, but I just simply didn't have time to rate them. But this time around, since you can find a shiny variant, I did go hard. As you all know, the journey has been crazy, so we just kept pressing on and finally found one. In the process, I found many decent IV ones, including this one here, this 98, 1927. Let's see what we can do here. First excellent throw, and we're going to catch it. Great. So if you do find a good high IV Giratina Altered form, what do you want to do with it? Basically max it out for the Master League if you do PvP. Otherwise, it's not going to be too great to go up against gyms or raids, and you cannot drop legendary Pokemon in gyms. So yeah, there's that, unfortunately. So I just pressed on. You know, the hardest part about all this was seeing everybody else around me get shinies. I am not spiteful. I'm not like, why do you get it and not me? It's just multiple, for everybody else over and over and over again while I get none. Don't want to sound like a spoiled brat or nothing. It's just putting in the work over here and seeing no results. That's probably, no, that's not probably, it is the first time it took me this long. So finally, take a look. We have it. So not only did Niantic finally give me my shiny, but just to mock me even more, they literally gave me the bottom of the barrel for IVs. I mean, it has 11 in attack, so I suppose it's not the complete bottom, but basically, I was about as surprised and excited as a spoiled child on Christmas morning receiving socks, right? So, yeah, it happened though. I'm happy, and I was able to do a lucky trade, and I did actually power it up for the Ultra League, as well as purchasing that secondary move, because I said as soon as I get my shiny Giratina, I'm purchasing the secondary move. I don't care about IVs. When I lucky trade it, I don't even care either. We're just going to go with it and invest right away. So there it is. Just about 10 all around. Wow, how amazing. So going into this lucky trade with my friend OMFG, it's Kesha. And I said, let's go ahead and just make this happen here. Whatever I do receive for the IVs, like I just stated, I'm just going to invest in it anyways, because took me so long to get it. Now watch, I go out there and I get a Shundo or something like that, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to be that great for the Ultra League. If you do have a 100, that one is going to be better off being maxed out. Now I previously hadn't powered up, well, I did power up a lucky one a long time ago, but obviously not shiny, and I didn't purchase any secondary moves. I just never made the investment in Giratina, so there we go. It's done. So now let's go ahead and power this up. After this, we're going to be discussing how there are a ton of new EX gyms in different locations. Now this is fantastic. This is great news. The only problem is it's 2 years too late. I mean, it's actually not too late, but we could have used a lot more EX gyms, especially a lot of other people I know around the world. Personally, for me, I had plenty that I can go around to find, but in our town, I couldn't tell you an exact number on how many we actually have more EX gyms now, but they're everywhere. It's insane. So go out there, take a look to see what you have. I'm getting a lot of reports from people saying that they never had an EX gym in their area, but now they finally have one, and I am so happy for you. That is absolutely amazing. So anyways, going on to power this up here, purchase that secondary move. Didn't even think about it. Just bought it. I did previously check it. The IVs for PvP are not going to be ideal, but like I stated, I don't care. I just wanted my shiny Giratina with the secondary move ready to go for battle, and testing it out in the future. We'll see. We don't really need to test it out because we know how well it does perform, but for any sort of Ultra League battles. Can we possibly see Giratina altered form in the breakthrough box sometime in the future? Therefore, it will be maybe able to reach the Great League. That would be something, and I can totally see it being banned at that point because it's just so darn OP. But anyways, got the move set, Shadow Claw, Ancient Power, and Dragon Claw. Fantastic. Now, going into my inventory here, let's go ahead and take a look at my EX raid passes. I am actually going to be currently sitting on 3. That's right. One of them are going to be invited, and the other 2 I actually was able to get. So pretty exciting stuff, all for Mewtwo. So it's basically going out there for another Shadow Ball. If you still have yet to collect those, this is your opportunity to go out there and get them. Apparently the date was set for sometime late November, and then they're going to be switched off into a new EX raid boss. But some sort of word of mouth, people are telling me that the date has been pulled and there is no actual end time for Shadow Ball Mewtwo. We'll see about that. Hopefully they do stick to the plan of removing it by late November, sometime around there. And then go ahead and take a look at my most recent shiny Pokemon. On the hunt for Giratina, I was able to actually go plus the shiny Rattata, which does have amazing PvP IVs, it's funny, and then as well as a shiny Pidgey. Pretty crazy. I actually got my shiny Giratina before this coughing, but this was when I went to get breakfast, just left for a minute, go plus the shiny coughing. Alright trainers, so we have this new Wayfarer system that Niantic is going to be implementing, which is going to help you approve specific locations that should become potential Pokestops or gyms in your area, helping you give you a better grind spot. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right? So we want more points of access. Now they have this video explaining it very in depth. Let's go ahead and watch it together. I'll stop it at certain spots so we can discuss specific things. Now, let's see what they have to say here.
Hey there! Welcome to Niantic Wayfarer. As a Niantic Wayfinder, you'll not only be nominating new Niantic Way spots, but also reviewing the nominations of others. Your efforts will directly impact what makes it onto the map. Let's walk you through Niantic Wayfarer and the basics of reviewing nominations. The best way spots highlight the positive and unique qualities of a place or community. This could be anything from an important historical site to an iconic art installation in your town. The goal is to inspire others to discover new places and things that they might not otherwise. While the world is filled with interesting places, it's imperative that way spots can be safely accessed by anyone.
All right, yes, all legitimate points. Perfect. But you're probably thinking to yourself, yeah, what I already know about this, but if you don't, then we'll continue here in just a moment. How do we get approved to do this? Well, it's not yet clear. Do you have to play Ingress as well and have like multiple accounts? Not multiple accounts, but an account in Ingress as well as Pokemon Go. It's not clear at this point, so we'll just have to wait and see. Let's continue on with this video here.
This means no way spots that are on private property, dangerous to get to, or are on the grounds of primary or secondary schools. And because we want these way spots to last as long as possible, we want to avoid anything that's seasonal or non-permanent. We also want to make sure that they are unique, so people can actually, well, find them. So this street lamp, for example, will not be a very good way spot. Now that you know what we're looking for, time to start reviewing. The first thing we ask is for you to rate the nomination's overall quality. We go on a scale from 1 to 5 stars, with 1 star being, oh goodness, absolutely not, why would you show me this? To 5 stars being, why isn't this approved already? Next, we'll ask you to rate the suggested title and description. Is the spelling right? Is the description accurate? Then we'll ask you to look over any supporting information that's been submitted about the nomination. Then we'll ask you to check for duplicates. Here we'll show you existing way spots in the area to make sure the nomination doesn't already exist. Now, for historical or cultural significance. Does this nomination hold a special place in this neighborhood's heart? Or is it just a trash can?
Let me stop it there. Yes, this is all great. I'm glad this is good information. But it's just funny because is this a trash can? I actually, here in Anchorage, we have a trash can. That's literally a Pokéstop. So, yeah. Anyways, not really helpful critiquing here. Let's move on.
Next, we'll ask you to rate how visually unique the nomination is. Does it stand out? How easily will players be able to recognize the nomination? Then we'll ask you about the nomination safety. Players should be able to easily and safely access the nomination, and should be able to do so without entering on a private property, including crossing over lawns or driveways. Now, location accuracy. Here you'll find a map and a pin of what was submitted. If Street View is available, we'll provide that as well. Feel free to use other sources to determine the accuracy of the submitted location. 5 stars means the nomination is on or within a few feet of the pin on the map. A rating of 3 stars means the pin is on the map, but not near the actual location of the nomination. And a 1-star rating means you cannot find the nomination on the map at all. You'll also be able to suggest a new location by dragging the pin to a more accurate location. Lastly, we'll ask you what category the nomination falls into, and if you have any additional comments. Hit submit, and it's on to the next one. Learn more at wayfarer.nianticlabs.com.
There you have it. So pretty good. This is fantastic. Obviously, any sort of system that's going to allow us to submit more stops, which is going to enable us to grind better in the game, is always going to be welcome. So we'll just have to wait and see what this does hold in the future. Hopefully it's not going to require some sort of crazy access requirements. Personally, what I think it's going to be is either level 40s or something to that nature, pretty much. So exciting stuff. And lastly, trainers, Pokemon Go has officially announced a teaser to the Halloween event. I feel like these have always been the best events. Ever since the first one, it was like one of the most major events within Pokemon Go, Halloween. They have literal new music within the game. They don't do that for any other event. So pretty excited for this to see what they have. I will be talking about this more in my next video, so look out for that. With that said, trainers, thank you for watching. If you enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. And like always, I'll be keeping you up to date on everything Pokemon Go. Take care, trainers.